Hi there, welcome to Elm Colors. I'm Erica. On today's video, we are going to be working on one of the whips I have in this book. I started a bunch of them last year with some alcohol markers, and I don't know which one I want to work on today, but we're gonna attempt to pick a page. Take a sip of my drink here. No tea today, but it's because I'm filming later in the day. So yeah, I didn't want the caffeine to keep me up. So this is Fall Friends by Deborah Muller, and it's such a cute book. I've got one completed page, but I've got a bunch of others in here started. I think this one could be good. Since it's, yeah, we're just gonna go with this one. Since it's Halloween, or no, it's not Halloween. Halloween is over. Since it's November and Thanksgiving is coming up for me, I feel like this is going to be a good page. So let me grab a backer page. Here we go. Okay, and I do have some color on here already, but I think I'm going to grab another marker and do some of the pumpkins in different colors. I'm going to do a little bit of orange, but they're like really pale orange. I don't want to do dark orange. So let me test this out and see if this is the color that I want. Okay, we're gonna try this one and this one. Let's see what these guys look like. If these are about the same. That one might not be bad. And that one's just a little bit darker. Yeah, let's go with those three. That's good. All right, so while I'm doing that, I'll chat with you guys. Hi, everybody. I hope that you are all doing well. I'm going to start with the yellowy one so I can do this gourd. I am doing okay. I'm coming to you from Friday afternoon, like I said. I hope that you guys are having a great weekend so far. I am happy to be here. It's been a while since I've done color and chat, a whip Wednesday, or whip, no, it's not Wednesday. Wow, my brain is all over the place. The weekend whip videos. It's been a little bit since I've done one of these. So I'm happy to be here with you guys and chatting. So last month I had quite a few videos come out. So I had a whole coloring series. I want the darker orange. A whole coloring series where I did, let me grab, I think I still have oranges. Here we go. I'll just look at this and then find that marker, the corresponding marker in my markers. That makes more sense, doesn't it? Okay, let's try this one, YR07. There's that one, okay. We're gonna do that one, and these other ones are pretty darn close. I already have. Let me grab this PB16. Okay. Okay, I think I've got the oranges I want. I wanted one that's a little bit darker. 'Cause not all pumpkins are exactly the same, and I like to have a little variety in my pages. Okay, anyway, last month was crazy. I decided to do the Witchtober coloring series, and while it was really fun coloring all those pages, the scheduling that I put myself to kind of had me a little overwhelmed, because right smack dab in the middle of it, my mom had to have surgery, and I did not do a very good job at managing my time. So I was rushing to try to get those last couple videos out. I did manage to get all of them, all 8 videos within the same month, which is very surprising. But that being said, I still was late for those last 2, because I was trying to do like 2 a week, and that last week with her surgery and everything, it did not go well. And then she had some struggles with her surgery. Those almost looking identical. I don't love that. I'm going to use this color. yeah, she had some struggles with her surgery this time that she didn't really struggle with last time. So I was kind of, I was hoping that she would get better, and she just kept struggling, and it hurt my heart for her. Okay, that's a good one. I want to do some more like more brownish tones. Okay, that's definitely a leaf color. I think I'll put that one back. But she's doing better. She's able to walk on it. It's just still causing her quite a bit of pain, and we don't really know why that's happening. So it's been kind of hard for her, just because of the pain. Somebody suggested, since she had the surgery, the last surgery, her other knee done like less than 3 months ago, that maybe her body built up an immunity to like the pain meds or something. But yeah, a lot of pain, but she's moving well. So, I mean, I guess that's good. But yeah, so we're trying to work through that, still going over and helping her out quite a bit. So that she can, I can help her with her puppies, and, which I've had a blast with the dogs, even though they're all a bunch of big babies and they're very used to her just being able to let them out whenever they want to go out. And, like instead of going out, at specific times or something, they're rather spoiled, but, they've been really fun, to hang out with. I can post a couple pictures. I have one really good one of the oldest pup, and his name is Mulder. If anybody is an X-Files fan, that would be where she got the name from. And then she has a girl pup named Dana Scully. So yeah, my mom is something else. But I didn't get a picture of Captain. And I don't know why we call him Captain. I can't remember if Mom said that was just the name that he came with, because he wasn't actually one that we were going to, or she was going to take, but it ended up that he had some developmental issues, so they were really worried, and then he had some, where's the other one that I wanted? Darn it. He had, sorry, I'm stopping right in the middle of my sentence. He had some medical issues as well. And so they were really worried that he was just not going to be adopted. So my mom took him, and he did have a few issues, but they got it all situated, and now he's doing great. So that's good. Okay, I'm trying to find a good, like, brownish, I don't think there's not really like a brownish green that I can use. What does this one look like? I mean, I'll just go ahead and color it this color and then add in some green maybe. I probably could have just done those with pencils, but I want to get as much as I can colored with markers. And then, yeah, so I don't have to mess with it. Okay, what's this one? That's a good boot color. I really like the pants that I picked for her, the pant color. But yeah, so other than that, doing okay. We're having some testing done on my youngest to see what exactly is going on. She's been struggling quite a bit. I'm convinced it's just like really bad ADHD, like completely consuming ADHD. So it's hard for her to do quite a lot of things, and it's starting to affect like day-to-day life. So we're going to go get some psychological testing done, and and see what comes from that. So hopefully it's nothing that we can't help her with, you know. I'm just a little worried about that. And then on top of that, you know, trying to be everywhere for everybody. And yeah, it's just, last month was a lot. It did fly by though. So I don't know if that's good or not, but I mean, it did seem like it went really fast. Okay, I'm just going to grab a few pencils and see. Well, I want to do the background first. So I don't think you guys can see it, but it's a very light, like blue on here. But I'm going to do the fence post and the ground here. How do I want to do that? I think I'm going to use these guys. Yeah, I'm going to use this teeny tiny pencil and some of this, I think, for that. And then, sorry, I'm talking to myself trying to figure out what pencils I want to use. Do you guys do that when you're just coloring by yourself? I do that quite often. Like, I'm constantly just talking to myself, trying to figure out what exactly I'm wanting to do. Sometimes my husband looks at me, he's like, who are you talking to? I'm like, me. Just me. Just talking to myself over here in my corner. But yeah, so personally, that's kind of what's going on. Don't really have a ton else. I'm trying to, since I've been gone so much, I'm trying to now get caught up on housework, and that's not always the easiest thing for me, but I've at least gotten my dishes done. Like, the dishes are all caught up, which is fantastic. My laundry, I'm working on my laundry for myself and my youngest, because she has her, it's worse than mine. Like, what her issues with the laundry, like, it's just bad. So I'm helping her as much as I can. I'm still making her do stuff. I'm not like doing it for her, but like, I'm washing the clothes while she's at school, and then when she gets home, we work together to put it away. And yeah. So and then, like, channel wise, I just released my since it is November now, I just released my coloring pages video. So if you guys want to check out all the pages that I finished last month, you can do that. There were quite a few that I did not share on my Instagram, because I was busy posting all the witch stuff on Instagram. So if you want to see some of those pages, you can check out that video. I did quite a few pages that I was kind of surprised that I got that many done. I don't think this is the right color. I need like a, let's try that one. I'm going to try this mineral orange. Yeah, we're going to try that and then see how that does. But yeah, I have that video out. I am going to kind of be taking it easy this month with videos. I will do my best to get some things out, and I will definitely be trying my best to do the videos, the weekend whip videos for you guys. So should be able to just like keep like checked in and stuff on the weekends. But through the week, you know, I'm just trying to just get back in the flow of things. I think I've got just a little bit of extra energy right now too. So I'm kind of in one of those upswings of, you know, how you get. And so I've got all these ideas now of things I want to do. I'm like, okay, well, you know, I'm seeing everything that I hadn't been really seeing. So like, I know that certain areas of my house need to be better organized, and I was like, oh, it's going to be nice weather this weekend, so we should get the Christmas lights up, even though we're not really decorating for Christmas until the day after Thanksgiving. And that way we can, you know, have it done and we don't have to worry about it when it's cold outside. It's like all of these, everything that I see is popping into my head. I'm like, okay, well, it's time to get that done right now. So I've not colored a whole lot. And then I've also kind of had those moments where I just get stuck and I'm just like, okay, now I'm seeing everything and I can't do anything. So that's not super great, but I'm working on it. Working on it. Okay. I like the way that looks. And this eggshell is a really good blender color for that, whatever background color that was that I used. So channel-wise, I'm just going to be just like the basic videos. I might be able to put out a color along this month, but I'm not going to say for sure that that's going to happen. I'm trying to decide if I want to do something special for Christmas this year, if I want to do another Christmas series. I don't know if that's going to happen. It all kind of depends on how I feel when it's time. I do have this giant coloring poster that is Christmas themed that I think would be really cool to like film it as I color it and like share that with you guys, but I don't know if it's going to be it won't be like any kind of Advent thing, or, you know, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Let's start over. I'm not going to be doing a daily coloring thing. I'm not going to be doing like a countdown to Christmas thing. If I do something, it'll just be like a few specific coloring things, either about that coloring poster or about the coloring pages that I'm working on. Yeah, I'm not planning on a big series this year, I don't think. I have done that in the past. 1 year, a couple years successful, 1 year not successful at all. I tried. It just didn't work for me. And if I could get it together and, you know, film everything far in advance, it would be fine. But I don't know. I can't make myself do it. Okay. Let's do the grass. We're going to grab some really good, like, warm greens. So I'm going to grab the lime peel, the moss green, probably that yellow chartreuse. Either that, or we could do like these sap greens, because that's kind of what the base of this is. But I want some of that yellow in there. So maybe I could just mix in some lime peel. I could probably do that, right? Okay, so we're going to grab this sap green light, the Kelly green, and the kelp color, which I think is this one. Again, teeny tiny. It doesn't tell me anything because the numbers are gone. This one is 1090. This is the kelp. I have that other green ready to go in another pencil, but jeez. Okay. So yeah, here's the kelp. All right, let me sharpen a couple of these and then we'll get to work on the grass. Okay, I think that's good. I'm gonna start with this one, and I'm just gonna do just like a messy kind of coloring. Like, I'm just gonna add in some of the shadow areas. I'm gonna add a little bit of this color underneath some of these leaves, underneath the chicken. I feel feel like I could probably add in a more shadow in there, but I'm not gonna really mess with it. I'm just gonna do a few spots here and there, a little lighter. Okay, then I'm gonna grab the lime peel and just add in some color here and there randomly. This is one of my favorite ways to do like a quick messy grass. You just get a bunch of different greens and you just kind of mash them together. All right, I'm going to use the kelp in like the super darkest areas. So areas where I know it's going to be much darker than that first color that I put down. And then, I feel like I need something else. I don't know what I need though. Let's try this apple green. That's all right. That's still kind of a warm-ish green. Okay, just a little bit of that, and then we'll go through everything over top of everything. Oh, that is darker than I thought it was. So maybe I need to grab my sap green. I think that's the color. Let's see. What is this one called? Pale sage. I lied. It's not sap green. That's the one I was just using. Okay, so the pale sage is just going to go over top of everything. And since this is so light and such a close color to the other background, it's a nice blender. Yeah, so let's see what else has been going on. I did get to go hang out with my girlfriends. The other day we went to this beautiful little town in Indiana called Nashville, Indiana. It's just gorgeous. It's right next to a beautiful state park, and it's just one of the most beautiful areas of Indiana. So that's where we went and had a blast. I wish we could have stayed longer, but we had to get back and pick up kids from school and everything. So it was cut a little shorter than I wanted it to be, but we still had a good time. I can post a couple of those pictures. We went to this wonderful little breakfast place. It's called the Ooey Gooey Cinnamon Roll place. And they have really good breakfasts and everything. And of course they have delicious cinnamon rolls with like so many different variations that you can get, and it's so good. And so we got that, and I had some lovely chai while we were there. It's a house blend chai. It was just it was so good, and the atmosphere was perfect. It was just super chill, and it was a beautiful fall day, so we had nice weather, and it was just really nice. And we have used to go often. Like we went a couple years in a row, and then we took some years off, and we were like, well, when was the last time we were here? And it had been 4 years since we had gone, and we're just like, no, it's not been that long. So yeah, it had been that long. But yeah, we had a good time. I do get to see those friends often. We have lunches or breakfasts every once in a while, but don't ever get to do super fun things like that. So that was nice to go hang out. Yeah, just had a nice time. If you're ever in Indiana and you need a cute little place to go, specifically in the summer, fall and, well, the summer and fall, it's not open so much during the winter. Like the town is open, but like a lot of the shops are more seasonal because they get a lot more business in the fall, and like close to Christmas, and then like in the cold winter months they just shut down. But there's a lot of really cute little shops, and yeah, it's a nice little town. They have really cute inns that you can stay in, bed and breakfast, little cottages that you can rent, things like that. It's lovely. Okay, I feel like that needs to be darker. So let's grab the dark green because I have that. I can use that. Let's see if we can make this a little bit darker. I don't like that either. I mean, it's fine, but I don't know what it is. I feel like something needs to be darker here. Maybe I should just grab like a gray or something and try that. Yeah, this page was not planned at all. Like when I first started coloring this last year, I didn't really have a plan other than I wanted to use this color on the girls' pants. And then from there, it was just like, well, I guess you'll do this or this or this. And finally, it was just like, I don't really know what to do here. All right, let's think about her. Let's do some work on her instead of all this other background stuff. I can do a little bit of work on her skin. I don't really do a whole lot of shading when I do color in her books, except for, well, you know, I take that back because on some of her pages I really go into some really nice detail, but on these cutesy pages I just kind of do a little bit of shading. I don't do a ton. And sometimes the shading is not quite right, does not quite meet the pencil, or the pencil doesn't quite match the marker, which is a little frustrating, and it can get frustrating. How did I do the nose on this one? Okay, just gave her a little bit. I don't know that I like that color now. But it is what it is. She's gonna have this color shading. I can adjust it probably, but all right, what color can I use to blend that out? Because that's when I'm running into problems, is the color that I can use after I use that one. Guess I could try a peach and see if that'll work. Sometimes that works on the darker skin tones for that secondary. Yeah, that's not terrible. It's not my fave, but it's not terrible. Do you need to give her some bit of a nose here? Sorry, I've gone quiet. I need to remember that I'm chatting with you guys. I've been coloring. Anytime that I've been coloring lately, it's just been me kind of zoning out. That doesn't work very well. Me kind of just zoning out about whatever I'm doing. Let's see. How do you look? That peach was just a little too light, so we're gonna try this one. Let's see if this works. Okay, let me add in some cheeks. We're gonna try this mahogany red and see if that's a good blush color. It's very dark. We'll just do a little bit of that and then go to the next color and try to blend things out. See how that goes. A lot of the times with the Prismacolors, it's nice because you can go over with the lighter colors and kind of lighten up what you've done, and so it doesn't look super crazy. Yeah, I still don't love what I just did. I should be able to fix it, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to add in a little bit of the mahogany red to her head and then her eyes. We're going to do a little bit on her chin, just a tiny bit, and a little bit on her nose. And then use the peach to kind of blend that out a bit. All right, let's try this nectar color. Well, that's a good, definitely gives her pinks. That's not quite right either though, is it? Henna. Let's see what that does. Yeah, when you're testing out colors like this, I always try to remember that, you know, even if it doesn't look good the first time you do it, You can just kind of keep layering things as long as you keep your, you know, your layers light enough. You should be able to layer things until it ends up looking the way that you were hoping it was going to look. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so this, she definitely, the undertone is definitely more of a yellow skin tone. So I'm not even sure if those colors were the right ones to use for her. Like, I don't know. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. All right, let's use this eggshell. We're going to use this on her nose just right here. So she has a little bit of a highlight there, a little bit of a highlight here, here. Maybe down on her nose a little bit. Let's give her a little bit on her chin. What do we think, guys? I do have a lot of comments about, you know, my skin doesn't look as good as yours, my whatever doesn't look as good as yours. And this is really, when I do stuff like this is basically what happens when I'm coloring. Like, I just keep trying different things to see what works. And I don't usually give up. Definitely will preface that with a usually, because sometimes I'm just like, no, this is done. Or I just don't have the brain power at this point in time to try to fix, quote unquote, fix what I've done. And when I'm not enjoying the coloring anymore, I stop. Like, I don't want to force myself to do this because it's my hobby that kind of is the relaxing, you know, the whole aspect of this is to relax and to enjoy it, not to be stressed out about it. So I try my best to remember that. It doesn't always work, but a lot of the times it does. All right, she doesn't look too crazy. I'm gonna do her eyes. So I'm gonna use this tiny little warm gray to get a little bit of shading up on her eyes. And then blend that out with my white. I don't really know what color eyes to give her. I would do brown typically. But I think I want something close to this color. I don't know what I've got that would be. Let's see, what do we got? We got this peacock green. That's pretty close. We can try that with maybe the aquamarine and celadon. That's what we're gonna do. That was just like a shot in the dark kind of. Yeah, okay, we're gonna try this. See how this combination goes. Okay, here we go. So for her eyes, I'm gonna start with the parrot green, which is super close to the color of her pants. And I'm just kind of ignoring this white circle that's in the middle, because I will come back in and add that back in with my Posca pens. Okay, so now I'm using the aquamarine, and then I'm going to use the celadon. It's a little more gray than I like it to be, so I might have to add in some of the light aqua. Or I could just use the white and blend it all together. That looks okay, huh? Yeah. That looks okay. All right, I'm going to fill in her iris. I'm going to go ahead and do that with a really dark, warm gray. And then I'll come back in with my Posca pen and add the highlights back in the eyes. I think that's about, that should be good. Okay, I'm going to add in her eyebrows with that same dark green and then bring back her lash line. Make sure that's nice and dark. going to just try to add a little bit of that color back in there too. Okay, that looks good. And then we'll add in the highlight back in. And we had like a big dot on this side. And we'll do a couple little ones over here. Okay, so there's her face. Doesn't look too bad. I'm going to use this mahogany red again to do her lips. Try that, and then I'm going to use the peach to kind of blend that out, I think. Because I don't want her lips to be like super, super dark, but I want them to be kind of dark. I probably don't make very much sense when I'm talking about all this stuff. It makes sense in my head. And then you guys are just kind of along for the ride. And you're like, okay, Erica, sure, you do you. And we'll just sit and listen. And then I like to do a little bit of highlights on the lips for them too. Okay, that looks pretty good. Where's that really dark gray that I had again? I'm gonna just go ahead and re-emphasize that hairline. It's right there. Okay. Yeah, I think she'll be pretty once I kind of get this all blended. I feel like this isn't quite blended enough for me right now, but should be all right here soon. So I'll keep playing. But there we go. That's it for me today, I think. Thanks for starting some of this page with me. I hope that I get this one done by the end of the month. I think this will probably be my Thanksgiving page this year. I have so many books that have like turkeys or, you know, other things with Thanksgiving-ish things, but I like this one. I think this one's cute. All right, so that's it for me today. Thank you guys so much for being here, and until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.